We got a caller, too. Somebody that's on the phone, Crystal. If you want to ask us a question, let's go.
Hi, guys. Hi, Tiffany. Hi, Jason.
Hi,
Crystal. Hello.
I have a question for you guys. So this has been really inspiring to hear about how you guys came up, and something I'm struggling with now in my career. I'm 25, trying to establish, my own brand. I have a podcast. I'm trying to build up all these things, but I struggle a lot with imposter syndrome. And I'm wondering if you guys have experienced that, and if so, how you kind of worked against it.
Imposter syndrome. You know what? First of all, get her information, because if she comes, imposter syndrome. That's what Viola Davis talked about, where you don't feel like you belong. It's so funny she said that.
Oh.
First, I would say, if you're ever in LA, you can come on my podcast and on my radio show. We're all over the country, so we'd love to have you on. But I would say, sitting up here, you're my friend. We talk probably every day, if not every other day. We done been in some shit.
Yes.
I'm still like, I'm up here with Tiffany Haddish. Mm-hmm. So I do struggle with that sometimes. Even like, us all hanging out and, commenting and everybody around, I'm like, I don't know what that is. I don't know if that comes from foster care, though, but yeah.
What you being like?
Where it's just like, even with like, okay, we've had we're over almost a half a billion views on YouTube and all this and that. It's nationally syndicated, all that. I still feel a little bit like.
Less than?
Not less than, but it's just like, I don't belong, like this is not real.
Where I belong.
Yeah, I don't know. That's really weird, because I've never really felt like
So what is imposter syndrome?
It's where like when you see her on stage with Meryl Streep, if she has that personality where she owns it. Like you just on the outside feel like I'm here, like I've arrived,
Tiffany.
But if I was to come out there, I would feel like I don't belong here. That's imposter syndrome. Yeah, it's kind of weird.
That's something going on inside of you, though.
No, I know, but me and Charlamagne were talking at your party last night. Like, I'm going to therapy. I'm going all through that. I got to figure some shit out.
Yeah, I do.
I'm still mad I went to church every day, so.
Imposter syndrome. So she's asking if we can help her with that, or I don't know what it's called, honestly. Like I said, when I walked in the party, I kind of fell back a little bit. That was my immediate reaction, because it seemed, everybody was dressed up. I always get like this. If I go to Puffy party or Puffy house or whatever, I feel like that a little bit too. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But then, now I'm coming into my own, where I feel like even so far in my career, that I do belong. You know why? Because I worked hard for it. You know what I'm saying? This wasn't handed to me. And through everything that I've been through, I could have not made it. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like through it all, I did. So I belong here just as well as anybody else.
Oprah did say something. This is the only thing I remember, even when you walk in a room. Like, I went to my friend's birthday party last night, but she just happened to have every famous person in the room. Oprah said, if you find yourself in a room, you belong there. Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's the thing that pushes me through. Like, I just force my way in.
Yes. The only thing that, look, I don't suffer from that, I don't think at all. The only time I ever feel like that is if I'm like, when I walk into a county building, or if I have to walk into I had to go to the police station like 2 years ago. I felt like I don't belong up in this, that's when I feel like that's an imposter. Like, or if I'm at a hood day, like, I know I ain't hood like this no more. I don't gangbang like that. No. Like, I feel like this. But I might be at the hood day, and I'd be like, hey.
But that's what I was trying to say. But that's what I was trying to say on my show earlier when I was looking at your pictures last night, even from like when you were a little girl. I was trying to find the time in those pictures where you were going through what I read in your book, and I couldn't see it on your face. Like, you always seemed like you just had this confidence.
Okay, so when I'm with other people, I feel like, okay, I can find something I can relate to with every human being. Mm-hmm. We all got a heart, we all got red blood, I can find something I can relate to with every human. When I am alone, and I can be alone with my own thoughts, is when I kind of like break down a little bit. I cry, I'm like miserable, too much time to reflect on all the stuff going on. Mm-hmm. That's when, but if there's other people around, I'm trying to find the joy in somebody. I'm like a little thirsty for the energy, the positivity. Mm-hmm. Even if it's the negative, I know some really negative biatches out here, okay? Mm-hmm. But I will find one good thing about this heifer until I get away from it. Mm-hmm. Feel me?
Yeah, no, I feel that. That's what's up. That's super. That's nice, guys. We have a question.
Hi, how's everybody doing today?
Everybody's
Successful.
Thank you so much for thank you so much for what you're sharing. I heard you talk a lot about foster kids, and I'm thinking about the holiday season. Some kids might just be new to the system at this time. What advice would you give to them if they're in a new environment? What do they think? How do they feel? And then probably because a lot of parents are watching this who might be foster parents and are going to be getting new kids. What advice might you give to them to help them facilitate the ease into being in their home and into the system?
Well, I would say for those parents, I would say to, embrace those children and communicate with them. I wouldn't say necessarily like, shower them with gifts or whatever. I would say do your normal tradition, whatever your normal tradition is, but let them know that they are welcome to be a part of it. Because what if they get a foster kid that's like, I'm Jewish, I only celebrate Hanukkah, or I'm Muslim, this ain't really my thing, or I'm whatever, or I don't believe in none of these traditions. But to embrace that child, to let them know they're welcomed. I know when I was in the system, I used to hate the holidays because I felt like it was so fake. It was so like, it's not really about, because I didn't have this, the family, but I didn't have that really. So I felt like it was really fake. And I used to be like, boo Christmas, like, it's not real. Like, so, Jesus was born in November. I read, it wasn't no snow on the day, so I just felt like I probably was like, and I might still be a little bit like anti-Christmas, because I feel like it's a marketing scheme, it's to get people to buy a bunch of gifts, and really it should be about family and being together and like sharing stories about the heritage of the family and like getting to see that uncle that live across the country and comes in and he crazy a little bit, but hey, that's that crazy uncle. Like, I feel like that's important. So I would say to a foster kid that's going through that, like, don't take the holidays as something that needs to be, that you identify with. Identify with you, what makes you feel good, and be willing to share your joys, your little bitty joys, or your big joys with the new family that you might be in. Try to find something good, one good thing. Try to focus on that.
Yeah, and I would say to foster parents, I think it's really important to remember if the kid still knows their parents or their parents are still trying to get it together, show compassion for them. Make sure that that kid still has a respectable relationship, or at least has respect for that person, because I've learned in my mom's struggles, I remember we had the good Christmases, and then I remember when everything was gone. So just have compassion for them. And then I think to the kid, I would say just know you're valuable. Your gift is your ability to still be alive to fight another day. And to the parents, buy them this book I used to give to everybody. Actually, I'm gonna get y'all both this book. This book, you literally read one page a day. It's from Iyanla Vanzant, and it's Until Today. And it basically is a daily affirmational book that really, if you read it and you say it out loud and you say that affirmation at the end out loud, it really does force you to have a good day that day. That's a book that every kid who is struggling, or anybody struggling, should read, because it just really will help you, look at life a little lighter.
Yeah, stay inspired.
Yeah.
I think that, I mean, my holidays, I feel like my dad, the home that I was in, I was adopted, didn't celebrate holidays. He believed in Yahshua.
Is that Jehovah's Witness?
I don't think so. But I was with the God thing. I was like, this is
He's
God.
Hebrew.
Is like, yeah,
Yeah, Yahshua means Jesus.
Yeah.
And
They don't believe in
Yahweh,
gifts?
No.
No, you make a gift. You make it. The gift is you.
Oh.
The gift is spending time. Like when I'm like, I didn't get you nothing, but I'm here. The
Thank
gift
you
is
for
that time
asking
to
the
be able
question.
to experience each other.
But my mother overpowered it. My mother, she's Christian. So she's like, Pete, we gonna celebrate Christmas, Pete. You know what I'm saying? So we still had Christmas. But I definitely know wanting to be with my mother still, Frankie, regardless, or my real biological family, regardless, it still was like, I wish, she would have came around on those holidays, or just to say hi, even if it was something small to drop off, you know what I'm saying?
Because that's the true gift.
Yeah.
Is to be present.
Yeah.
The present is your presence.
Yeah. So that's...
And those last foster parents that took me to church every day, I will say, they're both deceased now. They were the nicest, sweetest people. Really,
Aww.
All they was trying to do was give you structure.
No.
That's all, Tiffany.
Well, they were trying to give me structure, yeah, but they
Because
were.
think about it, you go to church every day, that's like going to work every day. And look how faithful you are to your career.
Oh,
Yeah.
I know.
They installed something amazing in you.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. And they let me sing in the choir when I couldn't sing.
Oh, look at.
You know. But they gave me love, and I wasn't trying to get that. I mean, it was hard to accept love at that time, you know.
Yeah.
So, unconditional love is like really crazy.
I want to ask another question too, Tiffany. Something that I saw that bothered me a little bit when you did the Miami gig for New Year's. How did you deal with that? Because I know that, like, even when you said you didn't have your first performance wasn't that good for you. You know, how did you take that performance?
I took it like any other performance. Like every real stand-up comedian has at least once or twice a year a horrible show, a show that just doesn't go the way. Yeah, every real performer has that show that just doesn't go the way you expected. Your energy wasn't where it needed to be. Like, lesson learned. You know, it rolled off my back. I wish I could have did better, but I didn't that day. Sorry.
Yeah.
And you know what I did? I went back and did a
another
show for free. Everybody who had a ticket to the show that came through, they all came in for free. Some people still bought tickets. I sold them like for $20, cheapest, all outdoors. And any money that was made went right to the Department of Children's Services in Miami.
And they could hear the hysterically funny recap of that night that I was at.
You was there.
In Black Mitzvah.
You was part of the reason.
Listen, I felt I was afraid to call her to go out after that. I was like, we're gonna go out. You want to go play golf?
You know, I still love you.
Trying to cheer you up a bit, but she was.
You didn't put the cup to my mouth.
No, but the next day when I text her, I'm like, hey, you okay? She was like, I'm great. How are you? I was like, okay. She did. I mean, man, she's such a star. She took that and kept moving.
I mean, I still got my check at the end of the day.
Yeah, we definitely gonna get paid.
Hey, I still got paid, huh?
And you made it right.
I made it right.
Yeah.
No, but that's what's up. Jason, I really want to ask you because I know you go through some things on Hollywood Unlocked, right? Is there anything that you regret, like any interview or something that you felt like you shouldn't have asked?
No, I ask everything that I want to ask, and everybody answers for the most part. I would say the one thing I regret, if I have to find a regret, is that, I did this whole trying to bring influencers on because I was focused on the numbers. If I bring on these influencers that have millions of followers, even though I really don't want to talk to them, it'll help me with numbers. So I brought Boonk Gang on. I had no interest in talking to Boonk Gang.
He pulled out the gun.
He pulled a gun on me in the interview. So that was something where I compromised my vision for something else, and it turned out to be something that was not a good look. And my co-hosts, they were terrified, typing their little police reports in the middle of everything that was happening. But, we fought through it. But yeah, that was a mistake that I won't make again.
So was that the juiciest gossip that you ever came into contact with when it hit the internet, everybody? Because that went viral.
Yeah, that went viral. But Matt Barnes talking about fighting Derek Fisher went viral. Young M.A. not identifying as a lesbian went viral. I mean, different. Amber Rose, Young M.A. says she's not. She didn't identify as a lesbian. I think I forgot. She's just a person. I mean, she doesn't believe in labels, is what she said, for the most part. But it was picked up as she doesn't.
So that's just like Chuck coming out and saying that he just.
No, that's like Billy D. Williams saying that he's now sexually fluid. When well, I'm up here with Tiffany Haddish. I ain't gonna go there.
Okay,
I just can't see Return of the Jedi on his knees. Like, that's just throwing me off. Mahogany and Lady finds the blues or sings the blues. The blues
That's
was
what I
really,
said.
the blues clues was that Billy was on his knees. I'm just amazed at all these people.
But there was so many actors back then that was, some people just.
I know, but
it was drugs, it was cocaine.
I understand it's cool to be gay in 2019. I get it.
Didn't The Godfather come out?
Who was that? Marlon Brando? Yeah, boy, he was messing with Richard Pryor, they said.
All kind of people. A hole is a hole. That's how they felt about it.
Well, if you go to Miami and London, it's pretty much still the same sentiment. I just feel like everybody should live in their truth. I'm out here. So
you saying you don't think he should have waited until he was 80 to do so?
But even then, it's like, I'm sexually fluid. Really? Is that what we calling it? Like, if you sucking dick, you ain't sexually fluid.
You know what? Shut up.
I'm just saying, live in your truth.
But what if he was like, taking the D in his mouth and then he move over and he eat a little pig?
Okay. Well, then
that sound like he just flowing.
But then he's Well, first of all, I don't want to hear about Billy D. Williams and fluids anyway. That's just.
You know what?
But Billy D. Williams sold the Colt 45.
Where Diana
Won't
at?
lick
I
her.
want to know what Diana Ross got. Evan, call your mama and please tell me what she got to say.
Right, because that would like
She
hurt
probably
my
knew
feelings.
about it anyways. It's whatever.
It was a time.
It is a time.
Yeah.
I just want to know who else is next. You know, like every week now somebody's coming out gay, they want to get on the charts or something. I mean, it's just, I don't know. I'm going to come out and say, matter of fact, I'm going to tell you right
Shut
here in
up.
exclusive.
I'm pregnant.
Me and Tiffany are together.
I'm pregnant by Jason.
Yeah.
I'm excited about
That would be a
this.
beautiful baby.
I know.
That would be a very
It would be out
funny
of
baby,
control.
beautiful baby, talented.
And a mess.
No, never a mess.
It'd be an excellent communicator.
I
Would know
that's
how to
right.
get that money too.
I know that's
that
right.
part. You have an inheritance.
So what's the day in the life for both of y'all since we're talking about this baby? What's the day in the life
We
for both
together?
of y'all? No, individually, Fulio.
Well, first of all, they would call the DIFUS on us, the family people.
No, they would not. Not on me.
Well,
Right.
who's going to be watching the kid? Because we're going to be at the gay strip club.
Okay,
Oh.
well, that's what nannies are for.
Oh, yeah, that part. She got the
That's what
money. She could
daddies are
afford it.
That's what nannies are. I got sisters, cousins,
Yeah, I don't trust
aunties.
mine.
Yeah, well, I trust
I feel
mine.
that.
We'll be all right. I raised them. We'll be fine.
You've never party with her. Like, she's,
I tried to get her to take 8 shots, but she was like,
she had things to do.
Look, I'm modern. Like, I learned my lesson from New Year's. Got something to do tomorrow. We gonna
relax it a little bit. I
yeah.
feel that. I'm like that too.
Yeah,
Actually,
like-
the 2 shots we had was pushing it.
Yeah, last night. I mean, I had 6 drinks, but in between each drink, I was drinking a full bottle of water.
Yeah.
That's the vibe.
But
So,
you were
like-
also entertaining. Like, you
Yeah,
had a
you
lot.
gotta
Last night
say,
was
you
so
gotta
much fun.
say,
Yeah, I found a video of me rapping last night. I didn't even know I was rapping. I was like, when did I have time to do that? Like,
You didn't remember?
I did not remember that horrible rap, but it was fun. It was a
So
fun
seriously,
video.
guys, come on, tell me. I want to know what's a real day in the life for Tiffany Haddish?
Tiffany Haddish wakes up, brushes her teeth, looks at the calendar, goes, oh, it's a lot to do. I pray, wash my body, get dressed, and then I probably end up going to go straight to set, learn, make sure I know all my lines as I'm riding there, because I already studied the night before. Then I probably have 2 telephone interviews. Then we shoot the scenes. And I leave from there, probably go to the comedy club or go out with this food, or I cook dinner. Like, I like to cook dinner. Like, I try to cook dinner, like, every night. It's my goal. Sometimes I cook a big thing and then I'll eat it throughout the week, but the goal is to cook every night.
Oh,
Because
my God.
I want to create every day, and it ain't nothing like eating food from my hands. It's delicious.
You are a
You
good
just
cook.
make me feel bad. I don't never cook. Go ahead, Jason. Tell us about your day.
Well, first thing I wake up, I got to thaw out. You know, I can't get up. I used to get up and just hop right out of bed. I thaw out. So I turn on Good Morning America to see what the top of the stories are, and then I turn on gospel music. Believe it or not, I got to listen to gospel music at least for an hour. Because it's already crazy stuff in my email or my text message. Something happened and somebody's complaining. You know, I always got so all day it's dealing with the stories. And then, turn on Golden Girls and go to sleep. I'm simple.
I love Golden Girls.
I do
I
too.
make my son watch that before he goes to sleep. That's
Yeah.
how I put him to bed.
And straight men can watch Golden Girls. So
Yeah, what's
if you're
wrong
out
with
there
that?
listening, women, and your man say he want to turn on Golden
What's wrong
Girls,
with Golden
maybe he
Girls?
just wants to see what Blanche talking about. Maybe he wants to see what Rose talking about.
At first I was putting DJ to sleep like that, but now I come in the room, he'd be like, "What? I like Golden Girls." I'm like, "Turn it to Frasier."
Not
Like, stop
Frasier.
playing.
Yeah.
No, but I want to say thank you guys for coming through. Give them a round of applause, please. Thank you guys for coming through. I'm so excited that I have y'all on my show. Okay.